entertainer.
Honey, you deserve a night out, and your mom's looking forward to it, so just go to the ballet and have fun. Yeah, I can handle anything.
I love you.
I love you, too. I'll see you later.
But they've been known to fit as many as 8,000 into this gym. And the Temple Owls, as we mentioned, going after win number 13. It would tie their best start ever. And the Owls are undefeated in the Atlantic 10 Conference as well, of course, with a record of 6-0. Let's go now to our PA announcer here at Rec Hall, Kevin Nelson, for the starting lineups.
Welcome to Penn State for Penn State basketball. Tonight, the Nittany Lions meeting the third-ranked and unbeaten Temple Owls. Here's tonight's starting lineup for the Temple Owls. At one forward, a 6'7" junior from Morrisville, Pennsylvania, number 32, Mike Vrieswick. The other forward, a 6'9" senior from Freehold, New Jersey, number 33, Tim Perry. At center, a 6'10" senior from Carolina, Puerto Rico, number 44, Ramon Rivas. At one guard, a 6'5" freshman from Saginaw, Michigan, number 12, Mark Macon. At the other guard, a 6'1" senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 21, Howard Evans. And the head coach of the Owls, John Chaney. And now for the Penn State Nittany Lions. At one forward, a 6'4" senior from Queens, New York, number 24, Wes Jones. The other forward, a 6'5" junior from Eastern Maryland, number 31, Bruce Blake. At center, a 6'9" sophomore from Hatboro, Pennsylvania, number 40, Ed Fogel. At one guard, a 6'2" senior from Norwalk, Connecticut, number 22, Tony Ward. At the other guard, a 6'8" junior from Whitefield, Colorado, number 33, Tom Hovass. And the head coach of the Nittany Lions, Bruce Barkhill.
Last year at Rec Hall, the Owls trailed by 9 with a minute and a half remaining, came back and won it in overtime. We'll be back with this year's edition in just a moment.
Introducing a high-performance luxury sedan made the Mazda way.
High-performance luxury sedans traditionally ask you to pay a pretty dear price. Well, that's not the Mazda way. Mazda's all-new 929 has world-class luxury appointments. It's amazingly quiet, solid riding, and actually outperforms those guys. Now there's less standing between you and a car this good. About $8,000 less.
This is the Mazda way.
Michael? Mr. Jackson?
Looking for me?
They're the officials for tonight's game. Mickey Crowley to the left, with Bob Donato in the center spot and Jody Sylvester to the right.
Harry, I'm very anxious to see what Penn State does defensively at the beginning of the game. The last two Temple opponents, St. Bonaventure and LaSalle, have opened against Temple man-to-man. They don't want to concede the three-point shot and try to take Vrieswick out of the offense early. I'm very curious to see if Penn State will try to match up with Temple man-to-man at the outset of the game.
And at the outset of the game, to tap it up for Penn State, number 40 is Ed Fogel, the sophomore out of Hatboro, Pennsylvania, suburb of Philadelphia. He'll be up against Timmy Curry, the Owls in their cherry and white, Penn State in all white, trimmed in blue. Jody Sylvester will tap it up. We're set to go from Rec Hall.
Well, we'll find out because Temple's got the ball.
This is Mark Macon, leading scorer for the Owls, just a freshman out of Saginaw, Michigan. The Owls will work that perimeter game all night and then just work it inside if they can. Rivas. And Fogel's got the rebound, and Rivas is hurt. Rivas is hurt.
Immediately, he came down heavily on that ankle. as they double teamed inside on Rivas, and Rivas fell very heavily. And Mickey Crowley is telling the Temple trainer not to come on the floor until he gives permission. Now it's a team timeout, and here comes the trainer.
There's the move.
Replay.
Yeah, the spin move, and here's where he gets hit, if we can see it. Fogel there, strong rebound.
Can't see what caused Raymond to fall so heavily. He just slid off Fogel and really took a bad spell. He's had arthroscopic knee surgery this past summer. If it's a knee problem, it could be critical for Temple.
That's the same knee too, Bill. It is bandaged. It's the right knee that he had scoped, and it's been tender the last couple of games. In fact, Ramon hasn't scored for Temple in the last 2 games. The win over LaSalle and also the win at St. Bonaventure. He's going to limp off as John Chaney will take him out. And coming in will be Dwayne Causwell, the sophomore out of New York.
Carswell has been getting more and more playing time of late, and he's been a contributor. So apparently he'll see a lot of time tonight. There he goes in there now, number 31, Carswell.
Dwayne Causwell comes into the Hawks lineup, or to the Owls lineup. So here we go. Nothing, just underway from Rec Hall. This is Tony Ward.
Penn State showed zone early and then tried to match up, and of course that's all overcome by the injury to Rivas.
Hovas out there, number 33 now with the ball at 29 points last year on 6 3-point shots.
Temple, of course, in the zone. There wasn't much doubt about what Temple would do.
Causwell out, the long jump shot is missed, and the rebound comes to Mark Macon. Tony Ward missed it, and a whistle and a foul, the first of the game, and it's against Penn State.
Number 24, Wes Jones, a senior from Queens, New York, and Macon going up strong for the rebound.
So here's Howard Evans. No score. We've played about 45 seconds. Mike Frieswig. Fogel with his second rebound.
So it's obvious early that Temple's going to have to neutralize Fogel and block him out on the defensive board.
Hovas can shoot from out there. Goes to Wes Jones. They swing it now into the corner to Blake. Causwell right in front of Hovas. Frieswig also matching up.
This is Hovas right here, tough player.
Fogel posted up on Causwell, and it's blocked by Causwell into the hands of Howard Evans. And here comes the senior point guard for the Owls. Still no score. Macon for 2. It's short. Curry with the rebound. And Curry draws the foul. Timmy Curry will go to the line. No rebound there. That was an air ball by the shot from Macon.
Don't see Macon airball the ball very much. He really shot that way short. Let it go much too early. This is Hovas, number 33, tough shooter. Here's the foul right here, as you can see. Take it right to the foul now as Evans brings the ball up, and here's Macon with the air ball. You're not going to see this much. And Perry grabs the air ball and puts it up towards the foul.
So Timmy Curry will try to get somebody onto the scoreboard. Timmy is shooting 62% from the line, and he makes the first. So that's the first points of the night. Timmy Curry going into tonight's game. For the Owls, averaging 16 points a game and just over 8 rebounds a game.
Hey, Fogel's doing a terrific job on the board. They're going to have to do something about number 40, Harry.
Yeah, that's 3 rebounds for Fogel in a hurry. And a 1-0 Temple lead. We've played almost 2 minutes.
Hovas is a big guard. Big guy to handle out there.
Last year in the game where he had 29, I believe he played the forward spot. This year they moved him to off guard.
Yeah, you're correct. I broadcast that game. He had 29 and got it in overtime, and Penn State lost it.
Blake's long, and the rebound. Causwell lost it. Hovas blocked by Timmy Curry. Here comes Howard Evans. 2-on-1 break. He's got Macon Frieswig to his right. Macon rebounds. It's blocked and a foul.
Now he probably should have given the ball up a little earlier, but Macon couldn't get free on the left wing. So Evans took it all the way under, and they'll come out with a foul. Let's watch the play. There it is right here. That's the block at the other end, and Hovas gets it blocked again. There's the block by Perry. Now watch the break. He's got Macon to the left, and he ought to give it up right here, but he takes it all the way in, and he'll get to the foul line. Evans.
Mark Macon now fighting this crowd of almost 8,000, and he makes the first. Macon, we told you, the leading scorer for the Owls, coming in averaging just over 19 points a game.
And he's a 73% foul shooter.
And he is a stoic throughout this 40 minutes. You will not see hardly a change in expression from right there on Mark Macon. Makes 2. The Owls are now 3 for 4 from the line, and Temple's lead is 3-0.
Owls are pitching a shutout here as we get to the 17:30 mark.
So far, Bill, I think it's a Penn State tempo at least. Very patient, using up as much clock as they can, getting a good shot. Oh, there's one right there by Tony Ward. And it's 3-2, Temple.
Ward, one of the few seniors in this game from Norwalk, Connecticut. Penn State going almost 3 minutes before it scored.
Here is Rieswick now on that left wing. Hovas comes out to defend against him. This is Macon. 24 seconds left on the shot clock.
You see what Penn State's doing defensively now. They're setting in that zone, and 18 seconds left on the shot clock, and they're telling Temple, go ahead, throw it up.
Down low it goes to Timmy Perry, right back outside, and Evans lost the handle.
That eats up a lot of time, too.
They got 9 seconds now left on the shot clock. Evans for 3.
Wow, with a hand in his face.
Howard Evans, and it's a 6-2 Temple lead.
Temple will throw up its share of 3-pointers. Evans is 21 for 41 coming into the game from 3-point line.
Hovas swings it over to Wes Jones. Now in the corner it goes to Blake. Blake's already launched one from over there. His second shot, he made it.
What we're going to see here, Harry, apparently if the first 5 minutes is any indication, is a perimeter game. Both teams are shooting jump shots. That's very unusual for Temple Penn State.
Down low, Timmy Perry double team.
Another one.
And he made it. And it's an 8-4 Temple lead with 16 minutes left in the first half. Here at Rec Hall on the campus of Penn State. Last year, we told you, with a minute and a half remaining in the game in regulation, Penn State led by 9. Temple buried a couple long 3-pointers, tied it, and then won in overtime. They just broke the back of Penn State with that comeback in the last minute, 23 seconds of the game. Very patient on offense is Penn State. They swing it back outside Blake. Evans and Makel double team him. Hovas. That's for 2. Tom Hovas cracks the scoring column. His first field goal, it's 8-7.
We have a 1-point game. 15 points have been scored in the game and practically nothing from underneath.
Rieswick now out at the top of the circle. He'll rotate out there with Macon and Evans. Timmy Perry nails another jump shot. Perry going over Jones. Big mismatch there. And already I think the Owls realize that and are going to Timmy Perry down low. Height-wise, Penn State cannot match up in any way, shape, or form with the Owls.
They posted on that wing and took about an 11, 12-footer, but they've been shooting transcontinental jumpers till then.
Tony Ward swings it over Blake.
Shooting percentage is nothing to write home about, 43% for each team so far, but that's because they've been shooting such long jump shots.
Hovas for 3, and Rieswick clears the rebound for the Owls and want to run with it. Here comes Howard Evans. Evans gives it over to Macon. Baseline move, Macon. Silky smooth, Mark Macon. And Temple leads it 12-6. And for Macon, 4 points. The Owls look like every chance they can, Bill, they're going to run with it. Meanwhile, Penn State down their end offensively is content to play the perimeter game and wait patiently for the best shot. Hovas for 2. And Curry's got the rebound.
Last 2 shots that Hovas has taken, they were in and out. Jumpers were very fortunate.
Macon is open. Just missed, and Hovas clears the rebound. Nobody, no red shirts under that time.
Well, I'll tell you.
1 and done.
Can't get more open than Macon was there. Hovas is from Whiteside, Colorado. He's a tough player, good shooter.
Wes Jones in the corner, Blake and Coswell all the way out to meet him. Rieswick defending on the wing against Hovas. Blake is open. Passed up the long jump, took it baseline, and now swings it back outside. Now Hovas. This is Jones for 2.
Anything Penn State can do but shoot it from the perimeter, and Temple's packing it in and won't let them take it down low, and they're just shooting jump shots and doing a pretty good job.
Wes Jones' first field goal, and Penn State cuts the lead to 4. They set up Rieswick, now make it in the middle. Down low, Timmy Perry.
Good play.
What a look by Mark Macon.
What a pass by Mark Macon. Very good play by Macon. On the boards, Temple 7 rebounds to Penn State's 5, most of them by Fogel.
Yeah, he had the first, I think, 3 or 4 rebounds in the game.
That's a great pass by Mason. Amazing thing about the rookie, the freshman, he sees the whole floor so well.
Rivas and Cosmo comes out to meet him. Tony Ward swings it. Blake will try for three. And here's Howard Evans. He's got Curry, and it's a 2-on-4. Macon, Frieswick open for a three-pointer. Mike Frieswick makes it 17-8. That's the biggest lead of the game. 9 points. Temple's advantage here. Just over 12 minutes left in the first half.
Harry, the guards are getting a lot of rebounds because when you shoot a lot of long jump shots, you're going to have a lot of long rebounds. And the guards are coming up with a lot of rebounds in the early going. Evans just got one.
They work that perimeter looking for that opening.
Oh, he's wide open.
They're giving the shot there to Tony Ward. Macon not even looking at it. Now Jones swings it in the corner to Blake. Rivas. They work it baseline into the hands of Ward. He's hoping for a two-point try. He's got it.
Didn't run it in the middle, but he took it from the wing, huh?
The Owls apparently have certain guys that they're not going to worry about out there on the perimeter, because that time they gave about a 6-foot cushion to Ward, and he buried it. 7-point Temple lead with 11.5 minutes left first half.
We're having a jump shooting contest here, which I certainly didn't expect to see. Did you?
No, I didn't. And we look like we have a man-to-man defense now by Penn State. That's Ward on Frieswick. Over to Howard Evans. Mark Macon.
Now they switch and they come up with a turnover.
Here's Jones, who forced a turnover, and a great defensive play by Howard Evans, but a whistle. We got a foul called against Howard Evans.
Superb play by Evans, who saved the field goal, wouldn't let him take it in, but they'll put him on the line.
Personal foul against Howard Evans is his first. Checking into the lineup for Penn State will be number 30, Brian Allen, a 6'3" guard out of Reston, Virginia. And there's a look again at the foul by Howard Evans on Wes Jones. So Jones goes to the line. It's 17-10 Temple, 11 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first half.
This guy's a 61% foul shooter. There aren't any barn burners at the foul line on this Penn State team, but Jones knocks the first one in. Rivas is a 77%er. He's the best they have. This is Wes Jones.
Makes the first, and now we'll try to nail the second. He does. It's now 17-12. Temple's lead by 5. Just over 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Temple leads it 17-12. Back at Rec Hall in just a moment.
You'll have the difference at the boat.
Welcome, folks, to the Showboat Bowling Center. It's simply spectacular. You'll love the difference. Automatic scoring, the newest in equipment, new synthetic lanes. Come and join us at the Family Fun Center at Showboat.
I hear you work for Bell of Pennsylvania.
I sure do.
Can I ask you a really silly question about my phone service?
Oh, don't worry about it. What is it?
What is...
When you're a service representative for Bell of Pennsylvania, you might find you're on call in and sometimes out of the office.
I do too. I never get a phone call.
It's all a part of signature service from Bell of Pennsylvania.
Let me take a look at your bill on Monday. Hi, Ann. I had a chance to look into your bill, and I think we can save you some money.
Signature service from Bell of Pennsylvania.
This is the all-new Chevy Cavalier VL from your Super Chevy dealers. It's redesigned, restyled, and at $69.95, it's priced less than the '87. Or choose Z24 with improved horsepower and special ground effects. You could save $350 to $1,000 with Chevy Saver Packs on popular options. Economy, style, performance. Just another reason why in Western Pennsylvania, we drive Chevy.
Transportation for tonight's Temple game has been provided in part by Curry Pacifico Limousine, offering the best in limo service on the East Coast. Located in Philadelphia, Curry Pacifico can be reached by calling 492-8402 in area code 215. Curry Pacifico Limousine of Philadelphia. 11:04 remaining in the first half, and Temple leads 17-12. As the Owls have been looking to run at every opportunity. Meanwhile, for Penn State, it's been a very deliberate and patient offense here in the first half, Bill.
Tim Perry is 3 for 3 from the field for 7 points. Temple is shooting 55%. They've picked up the pace in the last 5 minutes. Temple's 6 for 11. Penn State is 5 for 12. And on 3-point shots, Temple is 2 for 2. And Penn State is 0 for 4.
And if you missed the first 30 seconds, Ramon Rivas, Temple's center, was injured. Went down. His knee appeared to be strained. He's on the bench right now. He walked off under his own power. And Dwayne Coswell, the sophomore, is in there, the 7-footer for the Owls. Here's a kick ball. Kicked away as Howard Evans trying to get it to Mark Macon. Out of bounds. It'll be Temple basketball. 10:49 left in the first half. Temple leads it by 5. It's 17-12. Back at Rec Hall in just a moment.
Introducing a high-performance luxury sports coupe made the Mazda way.
If you like the idea of going places in a hurry, check out Mazda's all-new MX-6 GT. A turbocharged, intercooled 12-valve road machine that'll outrun the top of the line Honda Prelude and still run you a cool $2 grand less. Believe me, you don't have to drive it this hard to love it. You just have to drive it.
This is the Mazda way.
Trying to please every single taste with one frozen vegetable can be a big waste. Trying to please every single schedule with one frozen vegetable can be a big waste, too. But Stokely Singles, single-serve frozen vegetables that cook in their own containers, can be a big help without the big waste. Because with Stokely Singles, all you throw away is this. Stokely Singles, for every single taste, every single time.
By Temple University, any use, rebroadcast, or other transmission of this game without written consent of Temple University and creative sports marketing is prohibited. A reminder that tickets remain for Atlantic 10 clashes at McGonigal Hall in Philadelphia. You can see the nationally ranked Temple University Owls by calling 215-787-OWLS for Temple University basketball tickets. The Owls inbounding, 10:49 left in the first half. They lead it 17-12. And Mark Macon will inbound to Howard Evans at side court.
Good to see Rivas back on the bench. That means that there's hope that he might be able to return to action.
Frieswick swings it into the corner to Coswell in there, or to Timmy Perry. Coswell down low, replacing the injured Ramon Rivas. The Owls flood the right side, leave Macon alone on the left. They isolate Mark. Here he has the ball now. Penn State zone coming way out. Well aware of the fact that 3 guys out there, including this one, Frieswick can kill you from beyond the 3-point line. Rebound, Hovas off the Frieswick miss.
Even though Hovas came up with that rebound, Temple's doing a much better job now boxing out on that board. Fogel was dominating it at the beginning of the game, but Temple's much better now.
Brian Allen now in the backcourt working with Wes Jones as Hovas now goes into the forward spot for Penn State. Brian Allen swings it over to Blake, now into Hovas, and Coswell, the 7-footer, right in his face. They go baseline to Blake. This is Hovas. Well, they really skipped that pass, don't they? Down low, the turnaround by Fogel. He's got it. 17-14 as Fogel cuts the lead to 3. That's his first 2 of the night.
Howard Evans, who has the ball here, needs 8 assists to tie the all-time Temple University record. He doesn't have an assist as yet in this game.
Macon swings it back outside to Howard Evans, and the Owls, on instructions from John Chaney, set the play. They got Frieswick to the right. Macon will put it up from 16 and drill it. Mark Macon. Macon now with 6 points, and Temple's lead is 19-14.
Look at this. They gave him a shot inside, and he missed it.
Ward missed it, but look at Fogel track down his 4th rebound. And they'll start all over with a fresh 45. Boy, Coswell has instructions to get on top of Hovas. The miss by Fogel, but look at him battle for the loose ball, but it's taken away by Howard Evans, and here comes Temple.
Boy, Fogel missed an easy shot there.
Frieswick will let fly for 3. And Penn State has the rebound. Nobody under, and an easy rebound for the Lions. 8.5 minutes left in the half. Temple leads by 5. Down low, Fogel beats Perry. He's got it.
Also beat Frieswick on the play. Good.
Timmy Perry gambled late and lost.
Exactly what happened. He did gamble late, and then he went right in over Frieswick.
So Fogel's got 4, and Ramon Rivas will be checking into the Owls lineup. Mark Macon misses. There's another easy rebound, this time for number 31, Bruce Blake.
And Temple continues to shoot from that perimeter now, taking the quick shot which is uncharacteristic of the Owls.
Chance for Penn State to cut that 3-point lead on this possession.
One of the reasons for that might be that Penn State has a small team in there now, and Cheney might be trying to exploit that.
Ward, he's open. He's got it for 3, and we're tied at 19. Tony Ward.
He's been passing up that shot the whole game, Ward, and he took that one.
And now the crowd is really into it. It's 7:38 left in the half. We're tied at 19. Temple had a 9-point lead, and they've been stuck on 19. Coswell goes. Frieswick for 3. Well, John says keep shooting till you miss.
That's what sets Cheney apart. They could, like Frieswick in the LaSalle game, miss 11 straight shots and then come back and hammer 3 down the stretch. John won't stop them from shooting.
Doesn't mind it a bit.
Makes him so different from most coaches.
You're not going to score by just passing the ball or holding on to it. Tony Ward tries to move against Bacon, and the freshman held his ground. Now they swing it back right side. This is Hovas. Ward for 3. Long rebound to Howard Evans. Stripped away by Ward. And he draws the foul. It's on Dwayne Coswell. And Tony Ward will go to the line. Well, he took it in there 1-on-4 against the 7-footer there. Dwayne Coswell didn't get the basket, but he did draw the foul.
Let's look at it again, Harry, right here. Look at this guy go against the 7-footer Coswell. Ward takes it right to him, and he's lucky he wasn't injured on the play.
Well, I'll tell you, as big as Dwayne is, he hardly scraped him.
Look at it from this angle now. Let's watch it over again. Watch him get down this side now, and you'll see him take it right to the big guy. He'll go to the line, and Ward will be the shooter.
Ward leading Penn State in scoring. He's got 7 points.
Let me tell you about this guy. He's a 97% foul shooter.
You know, he's made his last 23 in a row, too.
Yeah, and he's 32 out of his last 33. And he missed it.
There goes his
23 in a row.
Way to go, Mr. Campbell.
That's wrong.
You just jinxed him.
I've been the kiss of death for a lot of people.
He had not missed in the last 5 games.
Ask Jim Bunning. He made 23 in a row, and he missed that one.
Well, there goes another streak, baby, for him. 1 of 2. 6:46 left. We've got a real barn burner here at Rec Hall. Temple leads by 2, and we'll be back with more action from Rec Hall in just a moment.
What a great meal.
You know, when you said your day was hectic and we should eat out where we could relax and count on good food, I knew...
Scrow's was the place.
Look at those scrumptious desserts.
The petit fours and the coffee that come with dinner will be enough.
And I thought you could read my mind.
I can. Let's plunge into the calories and pretend it's a special occasion.
Honey, every time we come to Scrow's, it's special.
Scrow's, a fresh approach to a Pittsburgh dining tradition.
Information, including 1988 Owls football and 1988-89 Owls basketball. Simply send a postcard with your name and address to Temple Sports, 13th and Montgomery Streets in Philadelphia, and the zip code is 19122. We want to pass along our best special hello to Mr. Gabe Paul, watching tonight down in the Tampa area on Florida's Sports Channel.
Ward had not missed a foul shot since the 2nd of January in the Atlantic 10 opener at West Virginia. That's 6 games ago. He was really an excellent foul shooter. Ward, he finally missed one tonight.
Yeah, he went in with what, 97% from that line, and he's 1 for 2 tonight. So the Owls, with 6:46 remaining in the first half, have a 22-20 lead and the basketball as Mark Macon throws it into Howard Evans, and Howard would walk it up.
Macon playing spectacularly here tonight as 4 assists in addition to his scoring. Evans finally has one. Leads 7 to tie the Temple assist record.
That's Macon over there in the corner, and Howard throws it to him. The Lions again into a basic 2-3 zone. Coming out, here's Frieswick for 3. Missed that one, and there's Rivas. We got a foul, and Ramon pushing off underneath is the call against Ramon Rivas.
Harry, this is probably not remarkable in a game that's featured so much perimeter shooting. But both teams have been excellent at taking care of the ball. There's the foul, and we can look at it down here. There's Ramon pushing off, and he goes up over the white jersey for the rebound. Temple has turned the ball over once in this game, and Penn State not once.
So here's the Lions again with a chance to tie. Just over 6 minutes left in the first half. Temple leads at 22-20. Penn State was down by as many as 9, fought back to get a tie. And here goes Ward. He missed. Coswell, and coming away with it is Mark Macon, the guard, and he gives it over to Howard Evans.
And Fogel went over the back of Rieswick and got away with it.
There goes Macon. Spinning by Blake, goes down low. Rivas off the glass and in. Good feet again. Credit the assist to Mark Macon. That's what, his 5th?
Number 5.
Number 5 for Macon. And the Owls lead is back up to 4, 24-20. Macon does so many things for you. He shows his playmaking ability there. The other night against St. Bonaventure, he hit crucial shots in the last minute and a half to give the Owls a 10-point lead. Howard Evans off the steal, pulls up, missed, but there's Rieswick and a foul against Penn State. They buried Mike Rieswick. 42 is James Barnes in the game now from Capitol Heights, Maryland. He is a freshman forward.
Harry, if you're a real basketball fan, I think the nicest thing that we could wish anybody is if they could stay around for at least 4 more years and watch Mark Macon play when he's senior. Do you believe he plays like a freshman? That's unreal.
Macon will throw it into Howard Evans. We're at the 5:20 mark in the first half. Macon for 3.
Whitley learns how to play, folks.
27-20 on that three-pointer by Mark Macon. It's like a shooting drill tonight, isn't it, on both ends of the court?
I tell you, when he learns how to play this game, he's going to be tough, isn't he? Boy.
Rivas all the way out there in the corner against Wes Jones. This is Tony Ward. They go to Allen. Jones at the top. Penn State content to use up as much clock as they can. It's down to 20 seconds now on the shot clock.
Penn State works so hard to get back into the game, and now all of a sudden they're 7 down.
They work it inside. Coswell blocks Fogel, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called against the Owls, and I believe it's against number 31, Dwayne Coswell.
We'll get another look at it right now. I think he gets him in the back of the head here. Here is a Fogel going up. He's 6'9" player. He gets wrapped on the back of the head by Coswell.
Coswell picks up his second. Timmy Perry will check in. There goes Dwayne Coswell to the line, getting encouragement from John Chaney. John Chaney congratulating Coswell for banging underneath there.
People in the Philadelphia area know all about Fogel. He's a 6'9" sophomore from Hatboro, Pennsylvania, and he's a 77% foul shooter, and he misses the first one.
Fogel goes into the game tonight averaging just under 10 points a game and about 5 rebounds a game. He's 1 for 2 for the line here, and it's a 6-point Temple lead at 27-21 with 4:40 left in the first half. The Owls go with Evans and Macon, Rieswick, Rivas, and Curry. Temple number 3 in the nation, behind Arizona and North Carolina. They have the Tar Heels down the road.
Well, what a battle going on inside, Harry, between Fogel and Curry. Boy, are they banging inside.
Rieswick for 3. Rivas kept alive and finally taken away by Tony Ward, the Penn State guard. Smallest man on the court comes away with it. And here's Evans nearly coming away with the steal. They get it in the corner. Hovas, he's been very quiet here in the first half. Hovas with only 2 points. He had 29 a year ago here at Rec Hall, including 6 3-pointers. And the Owls aren't going to let him get that tonight. Jones goes to Hovas. In a hurry, the open man is Tony Ward by Timmy Curry. Reach around layup, no. Rebound Tim Curry. And Ward is hurt. Tony Ward's hurt now, and there he is. He went up there in Redwood country and came down and hit the deck. And now the Penn State trainer is out there looking at Tony Ward.
He came down heavily, too, much like Rivas. Let's look at the play again. Here's Ward up there now. He's blocked off by Perry. And watch him come down.
He comes down.
Oh, Perry comes down. He's already on the floor.
Right between Timmy Perry's legs there is Tony Ward. And we're going to have a timeout as they check for Tony Ward. 3:48 left. Temple leads by 6. We'll be back in just a moment. Become part of the team behind the team. Over 1,600 loyal alumni and friends are the lifeblood of Temple's 19-sport intercollegiate program. Join the Temple University Owl Club by calling area code 215-787-1006.
This is the all-new Chevy Cavalier VL from your Super Chevy dealers. It's redesigned, restyled, and at $69.95, it's priced less than the '87. Or choose Z24 with improved horsepower and special ground effects. You could save $350 to $1,000 with Chevy Saver Packs on popular options. Economy, style, performance. Just another reason why in Western Pennsylvania, we drive Chevy.
Tony Ward is back, looks okay on the Penn State bench. Reminder to start off the year with a Philadelphia vacation package from the Hershey Philadelphia Hotel. It's in the heart of Philadelphia's cultural and historic district. The Hershey Philadelphia Hotel is the best value for you and your family. Fine dining, complete fitness facilities are waiting for you at the Hershey Philadelphia Hotel. Area code 215-893-1600. And coming up at halftime, a special inside look at the Temple University football program and head coach Bruce Arians. That's at halftime here tonight between Penn State and Temple. 3:48 left in the half, and Temple leads it 27-21.
When Notre Dame came into the Palestra recently to play LaSalle, Tigger Phelps housed his team at the Hershey Hotel. And I said, why the Hershey? He said, so they can see the Mummers parade.
Of course, Tigger coached at the University of Pennsylvania and no doubt took in a few of those Mummers parade themselves. There's Bruce Parkhill, the head coach for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Bruce now in his 5th year here at Penn State. Overall record of 45-76 here at University Park. Time's back in. Here's Mark Macon working against Brian Allen on that perimeter for the Owls. Swings it back outside, and Howard Evans will try to get going on the other side. Down low it goes to Curry, and a whistle, and a foul is going to be called against number 33, Tom Hovas of Penn State, as he came over the top of Timmy Prairie. And still no penalty situation, so the Owls will inbound. 3.5 minutes left. And we have a Penn State substitution. Bruce Blake comes in, number 31, replacing Hovas. It's been a frustrating first half for Hovas, as he scored only 2 points, as the Owls have really been up close defensively against Hovas. Down low, Rivas is open with position. Great look by Howard Evans. And the layup by Ramon, who seems to be favoring that right knee. He is really gingerly moving back down court after that layup.
What a mismatch you got there. You got Wes Jones at 6'4". No way that Wes Jones could play Ramon in there. What a mismatch.
Handling the ball now is Mike Uzzolino, a 6-foot guard out of Altoona, sophomore for Penn State. This is Wes Jones, and Rivas comes out to defend against him. Breeswick up in front of Uzzolino. Down low it goes, Fogel. Eddie Fogel with the jump, and it's 29-23. Penn State Temple by 6 with 2:47 remaining in the first half. Make it in the corner. Once again, Penn State shows man-to-man this time. Uzzolino goes back, and that leaves an open Howard Evans for a 3-point shot. 32-23, Temple by 9.
Temple bench thought that Evans was whacked on the 3-point attempt.
Uzzolino. That's Bruce Blake. Now they swing it over to the other side, and Brian Allen. Breeswick defending against him. Uzzolino's open. Looks inside. Wes Jones. Head fake. No, and Rivas for the rebound. And here comes Temple, leading by 9. That's their biggest advantage. It was tied at 19.
Penn State blew an easy layup inside. That was just poor offensive execution.
Macon's long with it. Fogel's got another rebound. His 6th. Under 2 minutes left in the half. 1:49.
Temple's made 5 out of 10 3-pointers. Penn State 1 out of 6. That's a lot of 3-point shots in the first half. 16 3-point shots, Harry, in the first half.
That's amazing. Fogel's bottled there by Evans and Timmy Curry. The open shot by Blake. And the rebound to Mark Macon. Boy, Macon's doing a job off the board. Evans pulls up, and they'll run the patterned offense. That's until Mark Macon gets it. He fires and misses, and the rebound comes to Wes Jones. Boy, I thought he was going to pull up and work something. Macon got the open shot, and bingo, he took it.
Macon's putting on a little clinic, though. He's playing good D. He's rebounding. He's passing the ball exceptionally well, and he hasn't shot the ball badly.
We're down now to exactly 1 minute left in the first half.
See a freshman put on a clinic. That's really something.
He's done it now in what, 12 games?
Yeah. Amazing player.
Good double team defense by Rivas and Macon. Nearly stripped the ball away from Bruce Blake. Open shot by Allen. Rivas with position, kept it alive for Timmy Curry's rebound. 40 seconds left in the half. The shot clock's off, and John Chaney wants one.
Oh, I tell you, Ramona's laboring going up and down the floor. He's having a tough time running the floor.
Usolino on the defense against Howard Evans. 28 seconds left. There's your time left in the first half. They try to spring Friesbeck on the right wing, breaking through the defense to defend with Bruce Blake.
Penn State continuing to play straight up man-to-man with 14 seconds left in the first half.
Well, let's see what the Owls work here as Evans will get it going now in the final 10 seconds of the half. Macon for two. And the half will end. That's it. We've reached halftime here at Rec Hall at University Park. And Temple leads it again by 9 at 32-23. Took a couple minutes for both these teams to get going. There was no score for the first couple minutes, but Temple now leads it by 9. 32-23, back with halftime activities from Rec Hall at Penn State in just a moment.
You'll love the difference at the boat.
Welcome, folks, to the Showboat Bowling Center. It's simply spectacular. You'll love the difference. Automatic scoring, the newest in equipment, new synthetic lanes. Come and join us at the Family Fun Center at Showboat.
You'll love the difference at the Showboat.
Penn State produces corporate winners.
I'm Larry Foster, Vice President of Public Relations at Johnson & Johnson, class of '48 at Penn State, and proud of it.
I'm Jerry Abrams, co-chairman of Phoenix Entertainment Group, and I'm Penn State proud.
I'm Bill Schreier, Chairman and Chief Executive of Merrill Lynch, and National Chairman of the Campaign for Penn State, and I'm really bullish on Penn State.
Penn State, proud of our winning tradition.
It's safe to say Jack Nicholson's an outlaw on the run. Well, first his horse kicks the bucket. Then he gets snapped up and saved up from getting strung up.
Then I'll take him.
By getting hitched up.
Get out of here!
Just stay in your day. Soon his bad luck is up.
Go!
Well, my time's up, so catch him going south with John Belushi, Mary Steenburgen, and Danny DeVito.
Saturday night at 8 on TV 22.
This is the all-new Chevy Cavalier VL from your Super Chevy dealers. It's redesigned, restyled, and at $69.95, it's priced less than the '87. Or choose Z24 with improved horsepower and special ground effects. You could save $350 to $1,000 with Chevy Saver Packs on popular options. Economy, style, performance. Just another reason why in Western Pennsylvania, we drive Chevy.
A major city and Division I college football. It's a relationship that's seen the Temple Owls bring Philadelphia great competitive action. Temple University continues to build a strong football tradition and has earned a reputation of turning out fine athletes with exceptional NFL potential. 2 years ago, Owl lineman John Rhino Rienstra was a first-round draft pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Leading the nation in rushing and all-purpose running and rewriting numerous Temple records, last year tailback Paul Palmer was the first-round choice of the Kansas City Chiefs. An outstanding defensive back while with the Owls, Todd Bowles earned a starting role with the NFC's Washington Redskins. The Temple Pro connection is sure to continue. Powerful tight end senior Mike Hinnett was this year's Miller Lite Lineman of the Year and a second-team All-American in '86. Speedster wide receiver Keith Gloucester earned his nickname Mr. Big Play with spectacular one-handed catches and exciting game-breaking touchdowns, such as this catch that led to the Owls' upset victory over cross-state rival the Pitt Panthers. The solid leadership of defensive captain Joe Pacini, who led the team with 97 tackles, the hard-hitting, tenacious tackling of Eddie Parker in the secondary, and the dominating strength of offensive lineman Carl Holmes, each deserves strong pro consideration. The Owls' future is bright with talent that will return in '88. Junior tailback Todd McNair, missing 2 games in '87 due to injury, finished with 1,058 yards and ranked 10th in the nation, averaging over 117 yards per game. Joining the growing tradition of outstanding rushers in the East, McNair became the 6th Temple player to ever rush for 1,000 yards in a season. Junior place kicker Bill Wright tied a school record for career field goals with 35, 3 of those kicks in '87 coming from 50 yards or more. Junior flanker and kick return specialist Mike Palis set single-season school records for kickoff returns and kickoff return yardage. Freshman split end Rich Drayton led the team in receiving. And freshman Tom Quinn, pressed into a starter's role at midseason, was impressive at tailback.
They'll have an opportunity to play in the program at an early part of their career if they're mentally prepared. And I think the biggest transition for a high school player to a college player is you're a star amongst stars for the first time. He's dominated a competition at the level he's been playing at, and now he's with players of the same skill level, and he has to be able to sit on the bench maybe for the first time. If he adjusts to that properly, through injury or some other reason, he's thrown into the limelight, then he can take that opportunity and do the best with it and become a player when opportunity arises for himself, like a Matt Baker, like a Tommy Quinn.
What are you going to do as an individual to win the game?
Head coach Bruce Arians is known for getting the best out of young athletes and for developing a close-knit relationship with his players.
Well, I think the key to my development, as far as Coach Arians is concerned, he pounded it into my mind that God gave me ability, otherwise I wouldn't have been playing the game. And he really gave me the self-confidence to really assert myself and try to be the best that I could.
It was either get my knee fixed or no more sports. Temple's Dr. Moyer got me back on my feet again, mentally and physically.
After 11 years of suffering and many specialists, Dr. Fisher at Temple solved my stomach problem.
The physicians at Temple really cared. They worked hard to ease my chronic arthritis.
You're looking at Temple University's 71st heart transplant patient, and I'm looking forward to a long and healthy life.
People enjoying life. They chose Temple.
Michael? Mr. Jackson?
Looking for me?
Pittsburgh's great. We've got a lot to give. Pittsburgh's great. WPTT. Pittsburgh's great entertainment.
On the next All in the Family.
My chair. This is your chair? This is my chair. You're a genius. What style? The antiquing of the fabric is fabulous. What did you use? Schlitz.
All in the Family. Then on Star Trek at 7.
She's dead, Jim. Stabbed 12 times.
Star Trek, right after All in the Family on WPTT, Pittsburgh's great entertainer.
If you're a runaway, alone, on the street, call the Covenant House 9 line. We'll help you get off the streets, find a hot meal, and a place to stay. Parents, if you're having problems with your teenager, we'll help you too. Take the first step. Call the 9 line.
Fine dining, complete fitness facilities are waiting for you at the Hershey Philadelphia Hotel. The 5-year Al head coach learned much as an assistant to the legendary Paul Bear Bryant at the University of Alabama. Much of his rapport with the players develops from an open-door policy.
My relationship with the players is one that's very close in that my role as a coach, and how I see myself as a coach, I think first and foremost, it's a father figure. Being a surrogate father while they're in college and being in charge of making sure that they're earning a degree and they're becoming a better person and they're playing the best football that they can possibly play, and that the door to my office is always open to the players, no matter what the problem is. And they may not get told what they want to hear, but they'll get listened to.
That philosophy helps create a family spirit, one that promotes respect for the talent of teammates. The players often stay committed to the Temple football program.
I learned a lot from Paul. I learned a lot. He led by example. His off-the-field habits, you know, his practice work habits, you know, he was always 100% in everything he did, and I kind of picked up a lot of things from that. He was very experienced. He played, you know, he started for 4 years, and he passed a little bit of his knowledge, you know, field knowledge on to me. He tried to help me, whereas things that would happen, he would know instinctively that I would have to look for, and he kind of gave me some of his insight on what was going on, and I think that's helped me out a great deal.
Continuing to gain national visibility, the Owls face one of the 10 toughest schedules in the nation. In '88, the Owls open at the Carrier Dome against Syracuse, then come home to meet perennial powerhouses Penn State and Alabama.
The reality is that you've got to play the good teams to qualify yourself as a Division 1A contender. We are now playing the good teams. We're playing them pretty tough. Our next effort is to bring those good teams back to Philadelphia to demonstrate to our fans, as we're doing next year with Alabama and Penn State coming in, and showing our local fans, our Philadelphia fans, that in fact Temple University has a Division 1A program, very well established and again on its way.
In a major TV market, the Owls football program is highly visible on their own radio and TV networks. The team received national exposure on ESPN and is part of the Great American Independent Football Network. Arians also hosts his own radio show, and his TV show is aired not only in Philadelphia, but also in New York City and Washington, D.C. along the East Coast. The football radio network carries a powerful signal.
Well, we reach an awful lot of people, and one of the great rewards of not only being with our flagship station, WCAU, with their monster 50,000-watt signal, but having the network together, is no matter where we go, we run into people that listen to the ball games. We play a few times of the year at night, and running into people all over the eastern part of the United States, and especially down here in Florida, where our signal comes in at nighttime like a local station. That's one of the little rewards of the program.
Temple University is recognized as a leader in sports medicine and for its strength and conditioning program. Coaching 2 powerlifting championship teams in the last 5 years, Temple's strength coach Link Gottschalk gives athletes every opportunity to meet their full strength potential. As important as it is to tone and condition the body, it's just as important to be prepared to win in the classroom. Under the direction of Paul Gibson and the academic support program, players receive individual attention through tutoring and study sessions. Athletes' schedules are charted by the university's ISIS computer system.
Well, I realize that a career in professional sports isn't going to last forever. And Temple has preferred me in a way in which I hopefully go to dental school after my undergraduate's done.
Being part of a major metropolitan university, becoming a member of the Temple athletic family and its many years of tradition, and playing Division I football with a strong competitive schedule, all are important parts of Temple Owl football. Temple's Bruce Arians out there recruiting for the football wars. The scene of battle tonight, the basketball court here at Rec Hall. Back with more halftime activities in just a moment.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by the Super Chevy dealers of Western Pennsylvania.
And he who is guilty will face the ancient penalties.
Mr. Scott could be charged with murder.
Do you understand that, Mr. Scott? I understand.
Star Trek, tomorrow night at 7 on WPTT, Pittsburgh's great entertainer.
To those of you who have difficulty making up your mind, Long John Silver's isn't going to make your life any easier. Presenting 6 irresistible crispy breaded fish meals, all for under $3. Choose crispy breaded fish by itself, or with spicy Cajun shrimp, tender chicken planks, even loads of clams. 6 crispy breaded meals in all, starting at just $2.69. It may not be an easy decision, but at least you know you can't make a bad one.
Long John Silver's.
He stunned us in Looking for Mr. Goodbar, romanced us in An Officer and a Gentleman, and now Richard Gere is going to leave us breathless.
Love me, let the please don't tease. If I can hold you, honey, let me squeeze. Breathless! My heart will go round and round, and my love comes tumbling down.
Breathless, Wednesday's movie grade at 8 on Pittsburgh's Great Entertainer.
You can help us make the difference in a child's life. Become a foster parent. Interested? Contact Northern Tier Youth Services at 838-7790.
At Triangle Tech, earn an associate degree in refrigeration, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and solar. Learn the skills employers demand. In 16 months, receive the theory and hands-on lab training from certified professional instructors. Triangle Tech's equipment lets you do it all. Learn about computerized environmental controls, RHVAC maintenance, digital electronics, pneumatic controls, and transport refrigeration. Go to Triangle Tech. That's where employers go. Call Collect Triangle Tech for an education that pays off.
Atlantic 10 Conference, providing superior accommodations and exceptional service in the heart of Center City. The Hershey Philadelphia Hotel, where more sports teams find the warmest welcome in the city. The Hershey Philadelphia Hotel. Halftime, it's 32-23. Temple leading by 9. And Bill Campbell, so far we've seen mostly a perimeter shooting game. And here's a look at Mike Frieswick doing it for Temple.
19 three-point shots in the first half, and indicated by typified the first half. It's been a perimeter first half. And here's Allen getting the ball right here. Look where Fogel, number 40, is right by the right side of the paint. And it gets a good pass, or an excellent pass from Allen, and goes up for a good executed play by Penn State. Temple shot 12 for 26 in the first half overall. Penn State 9 for 25. In three-pointers, Temple is 5 for 12, and Penn State 1 for 7. And in the foul line, Temple 3 out of 4, and Penn State 4 out of 6. The rebounding 16-15 Penn State.
Why in your book? I already have an ad in the yellow pages. Okay, I'll think about it.
I'm in the Bell of PA book. Do I really need an ad in another one?
Can you get that, Joyce? Okay, let's figure this out. Are people really going to use 2 books for things?
Ah, that's stupid. They'll only use one. That's the whole point. I only need to be in the one people use.
Bill, I need the phone book.
The Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, the one that works.
Become part of the team behind the team. Over 1,600 loyal alumni and friends are the lifeblood of Temple's 19-sport intercollegiate program. Join the Temple University Owl Club by calling area code 215-787-1006.
On the next Happy Days.
For this reason, the added responsibility given the pet has made him assimilate various and sundry Homo sapien traits and neuroses.
Hey, those are my thoughts exactly.
Happy Days, then on All in the Family at 6:30.
I give her her bottles right in this chair. Oh, the fun I have with my little girl in this chair.
Yeah, so did I.
All in the Family, right after Happy Days on WPTT, Pittsburgh's Great Entertainer.
Yes, Mrs. Ferber. I'll be right over.
What's up?
It's Alex. He's been burying things in Mrs. Ferber's garden again.
Right here.
Alex, a bottle of Stroh's.
Keep digging.
Nice, Alex. 15-pack.
Keep digging.
With Stroh's and Stroh Light 15 and 30 packs, you get more beer.
How did he get a whole truck down there?
Why don't we ask the driver?
Temple basketball is brought to you by Mazda, where better performance, luxury, and value come from our intense commitment to your total satisfaction. That's the Mazda way. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, the one that works. By the people of Bell of Pennsylvania who care enough to provide not just service, but the best signature service from Bell of Pennsylvania. By the Showboat Hotel, Casino, and Bowling Center, Atlantic City's newest hotel casino on the boardwalk. By Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. By the Hershey Hotel in Philadelphia, proud sponsors of the Temple University Owls. Back at Rec Hall, this is Harry Donahue along with Bill Campbell, ready to start the second half. Temple leads it by 9 at 32-23. Halftime statistics, the Owls in Penn State. Shooting percentages there, Temple 46% and Penn State's 34%. And from three-point range, Temple 5 for 12. Penn State is just 1 for 7. How many foul shots in this first half so far for either team? The rebounding just about even. Turnovers also even. Boy, that's a low turnover figure. Just one apiece in the first half, Bill.
There's nobody in the game in double figures. Macon is the leading scorer in the game with 9 points, and Ward has 8 to lead Penn State.
There's the front court, back court comparisons. And in second chance points off the offensive glass, Temple with 6 and Penn State with just 3.
Offensive rebounding hasn't been all that much. It started out at the beginning of the game like an offensive rebounding game, but there's the scoring right there individually. Perry, Reeswick, and Evans following Macon. Temple only has 3 offensive rebounds, and Penn State only has 4 out of the 31 overall in the game. It's been a perimeter jump shooting game with a lot of 3-point shots.
All right, and there for Penn State, Ward leading the way with 8, and Fogel has 7. So we're ready to tap it off for the Owls in that first half. Reeswick, Macon, and Evans all played every second in the first half. And for Penn State, Fogel went the full 20, the only Nittany Lion to go the full 20.
And it's interesting, Harry, that Hovas among the starters played fewer minutes than anybody. He only played 14.
Lions will start the second half with the ball. They have the same starting unit that was out there at the start of the game, and the same for Temple, as Rivas, who was injured early, has come back. Coswell, who was in there for Rivas, picked up 2 fouls. Steal by Howard Evans. And it is Restow, and Howard looks for the foul, as reaching in behind him was Bruce Blake. Hovas nailed it for 3. They don't want to get him going. 32-26. Hovas with his first 3-pointer. He had 6 last year here at Rec Hall, and he finished with 29 against the Owls.
One significant factor for Temple, Rivas' injury gave Coswell 15 minutes in the first half.
Mark Macon had 9 to lead all scorers in that first half, and Macon maneuvers and a whistle and drew the foul. It's going to be called against Bruce Blake. There's Bruce. And the Owls will inbound under their own basket.
It is even more interesting that Coswell played 15 minutes and didn't get off a shot.
Second personal foul against Bruce Blake. First here and a half for Penn State. And Macon will throw it all the way back, baseball style, near half court. Howard Evans retrieves it. Reeswick for 3. Long, and it's tracked down and rebounded by Tony Ward. And here comes the Lions. They trail by 6. We played a minute here in the first half. 32-26. Third-ranked Temple trying for its 13th straight win. The Owls are 6-0 in the Atlantic 10. Coming off a big win at St. Bonaventure at the Riley Center in Olean the other night. 8,000 packed into that place. Penn State again going to that perimeter game as they did in the first half. And pass. Fogel went left. The pass from Hovas went right. And a turnover against Penn State. They only turned it over 1 time in the first half, as did Temple. Reeswick for 3. Hovas rebounds. The Owls will continue to put it up. They are never shy, regardless of shot distance. 32-26, Temple by 6. The Owls haven't scored here in the second half. We've played almost 2 minutes. This is Blake. Rivas on him. Tony Ward's the quarterback, number 22. Rivas goes all the way out to track down Hovas in the corner. They have only Fogel down low. Hovas over Timmy Perry. Got a hand on it, but Fogel's foul, no good, and Rivas has the rebound.
Good play by Perry and Rivas.
The Owls have made a couple trips without getting any points. They lead by 6, 32-26. Early moments, second half from Rec Hall.
Penn State's back in the zone.
Rivas post up on Fogel. And the Owls still drawing blanks here in the second half. And here comes Penn State.
That's the 3rd straight time that Hovas has gotten good position on the board.
Blake. They swing it out top of the key. Hovas. There's Blake again. He's gone baseline to baseline. Down low is Fogel. Shot good by Tony Ward for 3. And we've got a 3-point game at 32-29. That's the second 3-pointer by Tony Ward.
And he's 4 for 9 overall in the game.
This is Mark Macon. Blake right in his face. Macon missed. And a whistle and a foul against Rivas. He complains, but the call goes against Ramon Rivas.
I think he went over Fogel.
Fogel with the ball drew the foul. Just under 17 minutes left in the game. It's a 32-29 Temple lead.
There's a rerun of the play right now, and you'll see Ramon going up over. Oh, he's got a hold of him right there. You see him right there in the middle of the screen. He's got a hand on him.
So the personal foul is the second against Rivas. And here's Penn State down 3.
Taken 4 shots, Harry, in the second half and missed them all.
Well, that's the way they started off the first half. Very cold. They went a couple minutes without getting a point in the first half. Ward misses. Rivas rebounds, and he draws the foul this time. Is reaching in. Number 31, Bruce Blake, is called for the foul.
That's a really foolish foul by Blake. I don't know what he hoped to gain. Rivas really had a good hold on the ball, and I don't know what Blake was trying to gain, but he gave him one there.
So Bruce Blake picks up his third, and here comes Howard Evans at the timeline. Look at Hovas out there to meet him. 6'8" Hovas against 6'1" Howard Evans. Timmy Curry down low. Spins on Fogel. Rivas grabs the offensive board, and the Owls will start over again. Evans for 3. Doesn't get the roll, but there's Macon.
Oh, what a play.
Mark Macon all alone
What
with the
play.
Offensive rebound and the layup.
What a great play by Macon. I'd say, how do you make a play like that? You played as little as that kid played. What a marvelous play by Macon. That was a great play.
Temple by 5. Hovas works against Howard Evans. Howard all over. Blake's open over Breeswick. Missed for the 3-point try, and there's Macon with another rebound. He's got about half a dozen rebounds, does Mark Macon. And here comes Howard Evans. The Owls leading by 5. Evans is open. 3-point try is short. Loose ball. Breeswick tries to slam it off one of the Nittany lines, but it's out of bounds. And they'll give it to Penn State. 15:41 left here at Rick Hall. The crowd's into it. Temple leads by 5, and we'll be right back.
Introducing a small sedan made the Mazda way.
The new Mazda 323 SE has a bunch of technical sophistication, like fuel injection, a roomy interior, lots of standard features, all backed by the best warranty in its class. I'm not kidding. You've got to check out this Mazda 323. Not only is it the best value in a small sedan, it also has the solid feel and performance of an expensive road car.
This is the Mazda way.
I hear you work for Bell of Pennsylvania.
I sure do.
Can I ask you a really silly question about my phone service?
Oh, don't worry about it. What is it?
What is...
When you're a service representative for Bell of Pennsylvania, you might find you're on call in and sometimes out of the office.
I do too. I never get a phone call.
It's all a part of signature service from Bell of Pennsylvania.
Let me take a look at your bill on Monday. Hi, Ann. I had a chance to look into your bill, and I think we can save you some money.
Signature service from Bell of Pennsylvania.
Trying to please every single taste with one frozen vegetable can be a big waste. Trying to please every single schedule with one frozen vegetable can be a big waste, too. But Stokely Singles, single-serve frozen vegetables that cook in their own containers can be a big help without the big waste. Because with Stokely Singles, all you throw away is this. Stokely Singles, for every single taste, every single time.
Join the fun and action this summer at the John Chaney Basketball Camp. Excellent facilities and top instruction are provided for all youngsters at Temple University's Ambler campus. For all information on John Chaney Summer Basketball Camp, call 215-787-7443. Area code 215-787-7443.
Temple missed 7 shots before it scored on its 8th shot here in the second half. Scored at the 16-13 mark. Temple's 1 for 8 in the second half. Penn State is 2 for 6. Perry hasn't scored since the 13-minute mark of the first half. This is still only a 5-point ball game. And what you're afraid of, it's a noisy place, and you don't want to let this crowd into the game anymore if you can help it.
Here's the trap by Macon and Evans. And Ward got right by him. Now he's trapped by Curry and Macon. And the pass is stolen away. So the pressure defense worked, forced the turnover, and here comes Evans. Howard up the right side, goes down low. Timmy Curry over Fogel. Got it. There it is. You just talked about it. And he breaks that shutout streak.
Yep. Fixed him up all right.
Well, you put the jinx earlier on Ward at the line. And now you got Timmy Curry back in the scoring column. There's a foul committed by Howard Evans there, number 21. Boy, what a steady performer he has been. John Chaney, you know, he missed Nate Blackwell this year, but boy, he's going to miss this guy just as much next year. Howard Evans reaching in there.
He did reach in, as you got another look at it right there on the play, and we have 5 minutes going by already in the second half, and it's 36-29 Temple.
Down low it goes to Bruce Blake. Now they swing it back outside. They work that perimeter again. Hovas is open over Rivas. He made the last time from 3. This time he's short, and Curry's got himself a rebound. And here comes Temple with a 7-point lead.
Bruce Blake had good defensive inside position then, and Perry went over to take the rebound.
Penn State back into that 2-3. They're packing it in tight against Rivas and Perry down low. Ramon spins around, up and no good with the shot, and there's Rivas with the rebound for the Nittany Lions. 14.5 minutes left, and it's just a 7-point Temple lead. Tony Ward.
Ramon was right there. He just didn't get it done.
Blake making look in the trap maybe. Lets him go by. Now he swings it back outside to Tony Ward. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Fogle looks for position inside against Perry. Wes Jones, he's trapped. Macon got a hand on, another steal. Second time in the last 3 trips that Mark Macon has forced that turnover using the trap.
In contrast to the game here last year, Penn State led by 9 with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Got it into overtime, and then Temple won it.
Frieswick for 3. Inside to Perry and right back out on a 2-man game, and Frieswick buried a 3-pointer. And Frieswick now, for Temple in the game, has 9 points. Macon with 11 to lead the Owls. Ward has 11 for Penn State. And there's our turnover department already here. Penn State has committed 3 in the first 6.5 minutes. Rivas. Rebound is kept alive and into the hands of Tony Ward, and a fresh 45. Blake thought about it. Fogle loses it off his knee. Good play by Timmy Perry.
Tried to draw the foul and couldn't do it. A good play indeed by Perry.
There's another turnover against Penn State. That's their 4th here in the second half. 13 minutes, 13 seconds left in the ball game. And there's the Owls lead. It's back up to 10. They play the 2-man game again with Frieswick and Perry.
Perry's got a good post-up position on that side constantly now and consistently. He just didn't get that one down either.
Hovas rebounds again, and here comes Tony Ward. Down low it goes. Jones, and he throw it away. So now they've turned it over here 5 times in the first half. 5 of the last 7 possessions, and Bruce Parkhill really upset on the sidelines about how well they played with only 1 turnover in that first half.
They called Perry's number twice the last 2 plays down the floor. Now they want a timeout.
And Howard Evans dribbles right over to Jody Sylvester to get that timeout. 12:40 left in the ball game. Temple leads 39-29. We'll be back at Rec Hall here at University Park in just a moment.
Temple University alumni proudly talking about Temple.
Coming out of Temple, I had a definite competitive advantage. Temple grads hit the ground running.
For Temple students studying architecture, or anything really, the city is a tremendous resource.
My studies at Temple left me with a very strong understanding of the financial markets.
The theater department here at Temple is top rate. They really prepare you.
Very bright people. They chose Temple.
Me too.
What?
My ad's in the yellow pages too.
Oh, good for you.
Exactly. Where else would I advertise?
I don't know.
Neither do I. Face it, it's the first place people look for things.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I mean, that's where they find my business.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Well, it all started about 6 years ago. I had this image, this dream, and I thought, I just got out
The
of
Belle
college.
of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, the one that works.
The warmest welcome in the heart of Philadelphia. It could only be the Philadelphia Hershey Hotel, across from the Academy of Music, minutes from the Liberty Bell and Penn's Landing. The Hershey Philadelphia Hotel. First-class accommodations, superb service, distinctive dining. That's the Hershey Philadelphia Hotel. Harry Donahue and Bill Campbell, along with some of the younger members in the crowd here at Rec Hall, as John Chaney talks it over here with 12:40 left. He's huddling up with his Temple Owls, who now have, Bill, the biggest lead in the ball game at 10 points, 39-29.
Yeah, they not only have the biggest lead in the game, they're also now, I think, for the first time, grabbing the pace of the game and controlling the tempo and the pace of the game, which sometimes is as important as the numbers on the board. But they're dictating now the pace at which the game should be played. And the Owls have not been able to do that until now. And aided and abetted by the first time that Penn State has shown really carelessness with the ball.
Macon's inbounding to Howard Evans now, and Howard brings it up. Penn State back into a man-to-man as Tony Ward goes buckle to buckle with Howard Evans. Guarding Macon is Blake.
Penn State hasn't scored in 5 minutes.
Rivas, bad shot. Easy rebound for Penn State. Coming away with it is Bruce Blake. So the double-digit lead now could be cut this trip by the Lions, who had problems with turnovers. They've committed 5 here in the early going of the second half. Breeswick and Evans trap on Blake, who nearly walked with it. Fogel has it. He's trapped. Open man for a second. Tony Ward and Timmy Purry came out there in a hurry. This is Fogel.
If you turn the ball over 5 times in 5 minutes, you're going to have trouble scoring.
Blake goes baseline, cut off by Curry, and now Macon comes over to trap third. The Owls much more aggressive here in the second half defensively. Open shot is a three-pointer miss that time by Ward, and here's Macon on the breakaway. He'll get it. Emphatically.
He even squares up when he dunks the ball.
41-39, and Macon now with 13 points. The lead all scorer.
He does everything right out of the Spalding guy. That's a squared-up dunk.
Hovas, Fogel. Curry gives him a cushion. Instead, he goes down low. And Wes Jones draws the foul baseline. And John Cheney upset with Ramon Rivas for reaching in. And Ramon will pick up his 3rd personal foul.
Macon unquestionably had also very, very good high school coaching. The fundamentals are so good, it's really amazing.
And it's Saginaw, Michigan. Here's Blake, left-handed jump missed, and Howard Evans has the rebound. Right in front of Wes Jones. Howard's looking to run it up. He's got Breeswick on the right wing. 11 minutes left of the game. Temple leads by 12. Down low, Timmy Purry battles for position and a personal foul against number 40 at Fogel of Penn State.
There aren't many bodies of water around State College, but wherever they are and whatever their names are, Penn State can't throw the ball in them. Watch this. Then he gets down into Purry, and there's the contact with Fogel.
Open is Macon for 3. Missed it, and here's the rebound of Tony Ward. And Ward intent to just bring it up ever so slowly.
What's cracked this ball game open has been the inability of Penn State to handle the ball carefully after doing a good job the first half.
Jones hits just inside the 3-point line. So the dry spell is ended for Penn State. It's 41-31. Temple's lead by 10. We have 10.5 minutes left of the game.
And of course, Temple's exerting good defensive pressure to cause those 5 turnovers.
Coswell will check in for Temple on the next opportunity. Down low, Rivas. Good feed from Macon. Rivas got the shot away. He missed that, but he drew the foul.
Coswell's going to have to wait for Raymond if he's going to be the shooter.
So the personal foul is called against Ed Hovas. That's his 3rd personal foul. And to the line goes Ramon Rivas.
Tommy Hovas has been nowhere near the factor he was in a game between these 2 teams a year ago. He was devastating, playing with a grotesque mask to protect a broken nose. He had 29. Got a broken nose he's playing with tonight too, but no mask. Maybe he needs it.
Ramon missed that first shot from the line. Rivas is shooting 75%. And he's 1 for 2 that trip. Ramon checks out with 3 personal fouls, and into the ball game again comes Dwayne Coswell. There's Ramon taking a seat. Coswell, the sophomore out of the Bronx.
Coswell,
31.
Excuse me, Harry. Coswell, when he played 15 minutes in the first half, did not get a shot, didn't get to the foul line. Did have 1 blocked shot, however.
And played very aggressively, and John Cheney, after he picked up his second foul and took him out, congratulated him for the way he was banging.
I'd like to see him become part of the offense here a little bit now. He got some minutes coming to him.
Under 10 minutes to play in the game. The Owls have been very effective defensively here in the second. Great block by Coswell.
They are.
A lead ahead, Howard Evans. He's got 1 man to beat Hovas, and he laid it in.
Nice play by Coswell. His 2nd block of the night.
Good job, too, to deflect it out to the guard, Howard Evans.
He becomes part of the offense right away. It's 2 blocks.
And now Temple enjoying its biggest lead of the night at 13 points. 44-31. There's another play by Timmy Purry, and it's saved into the hands of Mark Macon. So the turnovers now are really mounting up against Penn State.
And the Owls just cracking this game open now to lead at 44-31, doing all the little things.
The decibel level a lot lower here at Rec Hall. Off balance jump hook by Timmy Purry. Where did he get that shot?
Beautifully posted. Very, very well done.
That's the ad-lib shot of the night by Timmy Purry.
Yeah, kind of a semi-jump hook, but he had great position inside.
He's got 11 points now, and the Temple lead is up to 46-31. With about 9 minutes left. Hovas. Short with it. Rebound. Wes Jones. And he'll start it all over again. Ward way off on that three-point try. Howard Evans with a hand up in front of him. And now you can just sense a sense of panic almost setting in for Penn State as they try desperately to get back in with 8.5 minutes left. And Temple in firm control with a 15-point lead.
Temple with 4 blocked shots. You've seen almost all of them here in this stretch. 2 by Perry and 1 by Coswell, who had one in the first half.
Howard Evans looking, gets it down to Timmy Curry, and there's the Owls, I believe, their first turnover in the second half. And John Chaney, even though he has a 15-point lead, is getting on the Owls for that errant pass. So timeout is called. 8:09 left, and Chaney huddles up with his third-ranked Owls. They're after win number 13, and they're well in command here by 15 points. Become part of the team behind the team. Over 1,600 loyal alumni and friends are the lifeblood of Temple's 19-sport intercollegiate program. Join the Temple University Owl Club by calling area code 215-787-1006.
This is the all-new Chevy Cavalier VL from your Super Chevy dealers. It's redesigned, restyled, and at $69.95, it's priced less than the '87. Or choose Z24 with improved horsepower and special ground effects. You could save $350 to $1,000 with Chevy Saver Packs on popular options. Economy, style, performance. Just another reason why in Western Pennsylvania, we drive Chevy.
Transportation for tonight's Temple game has been provided in part by Curry Pacifico Limousine, offering the best in limo service on the East Coast. Curry Pacifico, located in Philadelphia, can be reached by calling area code 215-492-8402. Curry Pacifico Limousine in Philadelphia. Bruce Parkhill, after checking in with his Nittany Lions, takes a seat. Down at the other end, there's John Chaney breaking huddle with his Temple Owls. 8:09 left. 46-31 Temple leads. Harry Donahue with Bill Campbell here in Penn State tonight. Glad you could be with us on the Temple University Basketball Network.
Hey, Evans has 4 assists. He needs 8 to become Temple's all-time assist leader. Who do you think the leader is in Temple history? You'd never get it.
Hold on a second. How about Ricky Reed?
Oh, he would read all this stuff.
Hey, that's my job. That's my job.
Ricky Reed, who played in 1975 and 1979. Wouldn't you think it'd be Guy Rogers or somebody?
Well, Ricky Reed probably played 4 years, and Guy only played 3. I'm sure that had something to do with it. Fogle gets Curry off his feet, then he's tied up in a whistle, and we got a foul against Wayne Coswell. John Chaney can't believe it.
Ricky Reed, you're really a wise guy, aren't you?
Well, wait a minute. That's why they print those things up. You think that's just printed up for you? Here's the replay again, and the foul as Coswell and Breeswick gang up on Eddie Fogle.
He got both Breeswick and Coswell off their feet that time. This is Fogle shooting the ball from Hatboro, Pennsylvania. Ricky Reed.
Fogle's got 7. He has not scored here in the second half. And he still hasn't scored. And Breeswick with the rebound.
I saw that on the sheet the other day. I've been planning to ask you that for 3 days.
See that? I took steam out of that one for you, didn't I? Huh? That'll teach you.
I'm not old enough to remember Ricky Reed. He was back in your day.
Ricky Reed's from Abington, I believe. Here, Timmy Curry missed, and the rebound comes to Hovas. Ricky Reed's out of Abington. I watched him in high school.
You old guys that remember that stuff.
Just over 7 minutes left now, and Penn State, if they're going to make a run, has to start here. Long jump is missed by Wood. Great rebound, though, and hitting the deck for Penn State, Brian Allen. Fogle has it by Coswell, and Curry with another block into the hands, and it's saved by Macon. Look at Mark Macon say, hold everything.
That's the 5th block shot for the Owls.
Wow, Timmy Curry is really the savior back there, isn't he?
Evans is hesitating in midcourt because he wants to hear what Chaney's telling him.
John saying patterned offense, patterned offense. No hurry to build on this 15-point lead with 6:40 left in the game. Evans off his feet. Breeswick is open for 3.
Breeswick's had another tough shooting night.
Here comes Hova. Puts it between his legs. Open man is Jones, and blocked again. Actually blocked twice there.
Oh,
Coswell got one, and Curry got the other. If we can see it again.
How about that call?
That's called a twofer.
He's got the whole world jumping up and down here. He's got the whole world in his hands right here.
Let's watch it. There's one, there's two.
Wow. Everybody in red was skyward.
Look at this trapping defense. There's contact. Coswell a little aggressive over there with the little guy. And Dwayne just could not maintain his balance and picked up the foul. Dwayne Coswell picking up the personal foul number 4 against the big guy out of the Bronx. And with 6:16 remaining, Ramon Rivas is getting ready to check back in for Temple. They're going to let him in here, and Dwayne Coswell will go to the bench.
Nobody scored in the last 2 minutes as the score remains 46-31 for a long time. And we have 6:16 to go as Temple leads easily. Good pass.
And Hovas breaks the scoring dry spell for Penn State. 46-33. Temple had outscored Penn State 14-2.
But the Owls asleep on the baseline that time.
Timmy Curry posting up. Hits the jump.
You can't miss that jump. He gets in the paint and posts up, and he's got it made.
He's shooting down when he takes that post-up jumper. 48-33 with just under 6 minutes left.
Curry's having a great shooting night. He was 3 for 3 there for a while. He's got to be like 5 for 6 or 5 for 7.
And a whistle and a foul this time as Hovas moved in.
We'll try to get you Perry's shooting stats in a minute. He's got to be very, very hot. Excuse me.
Morrisville's Mike Vrieswijk picked up the foul against Tom Hovas.
Vrieswijk again struggling tonight shooting the jumper. Perry 6 for 9. 6 for 9 for Perry.
Allen goes to Hovas at the top. Now they work at Tony Ward, who's played every minute here in the second half. Vogel on the high post now goes down low as Hovas maneuvers for the open jump. And he got it from 15 feet. Nice play, Tom Hovas. 14-point Temple lead. It's 13. It's 48-35. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left.
Contrasting to Perry's 6 for 9, Vrieswijk is 3 for 11.
Mike's got it out there, and Hovas on him as the Nittany Lions go man-to-man here in the final 5 minutes. Mark Macon. They screen for Howard Evans.
Double screen.
Curry got away with a push-off, and Timmy now draws the foul. Terry, he's smiling too. He knows he did it. He pushed off to get the rebound, then drove and drew the foul.
Look at it again here while we remind you that if Vrieswijk's 3 for 11, Harry, all 3 of his buckets are 3-pointers. You talk about a street shooter. Mike Vrieswijk is really a street shooter.
You can take your pick on that foul between Vogel and Hovas. Macon drives and gets it down. Shooter's touch for Mark Macon. It hit both sides of the rim and finally dropped. 50-35, and the Owls now back up by 15. 4:40 left. Hovas moves left against Macon. Open man over there is Tony Ward for 3. Macon kept it alive, and over the top the whistle and a foul called against Tom Hovas.
Macon now with 15 points is 6 for 14 from the floor. Got to say this about Penn State crowd. Unlike those front runners in California at UCLA who leave with 5 minutes to go, these people are staying here. In UCLA, they hit the turnpikes, baby.
Freeways.
The freeway. They hit the freeway. At Dodger Stadium, any place in Southern California, they got to get to the freeway. But here, got to give these people credit. They're 15 down and hanging in.
Well, they got to get to the beach early the next day. You know, 50-35 here. Temple leads it with just over 4 minutes to go. Macon, look at him maneuver over 2 guys, and he hit it. And for Mark Macon now, put him down for 17 points.
I tell you, I saw him walk out of Dodger Stadium one night with Sandy Koufax just pitching a no-hitter. Had to get to the freeway.
Ryan Allen. There's another block by Timmy Curry. He just took it away. He came down with it too. Timmy Curry is playing an outstanding defensive game. I don't know how many block shots he has, but boy, the numbers are really mounting.
There's 5 that I know.
3:49 left in the ball game. Temple leads by 17. We'll be right back at Rec Hall in just a moment.
Me too.
What?
My ad's in the yellow pages too.
Oh, good for you.
Exactly. Where else would I advertise?
I don't know.
Neither do I. Face it, it's the first place people look for things.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I mean, that's where they find my business.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Well, it all started about 6 years ago. I had this image, this dream, and I thought, I just got out
The
of
Belle
college.
of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, the one that works.
Introducing a high-performance luxury sedan made the Mazda way.
High-performance luxury sedans traditionally ask you to pay a pretty dear price. Well, that's not the Mazda way. Mazda's all-new 929 has world-class luxury appointments. It's amazingly quiet, solid riding, and actually outperforms those guys. Now there's less standing between you and a car this good. About $8,000 less.
This is the Mazda way.
On Tuesday, February 16th, we'll be broadcasting from Philadelphia, where the Temple Owls again will meet the Penn State and Indy Lions. That's at McGonigal Hall. Be sure to join Bill Campbell and I for more exciting Temple University basketball. That's coming up on Tuesday, February 16th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The Penn State and Indy Lions visiting the Temple University Owls at McGonigal Hall. That's the next game on the Temple University Basketball Network.
Harry Perry is having another brilliant night. He's been the model of consistency lately. Timmy is 6 for 9 tonight from the floor for 13 points. He has 8 rebounds, 5 block shots. Can't play much better than that.
Now, coming up this week, the Owls will be playing host to UMass. That's this Thursday, and then they'll fly out to Las Vegas to meet the number 12 ranked Running Rebels of UNLV on Sunday. And some limited tickets do remain for that Thursday UMass game at McGonigal Hall. For ticket information and area code 215, call 787-OWLS. 3:49 left in the game. Temple leads by 17. As here in the second half, the Owls have dominated, and defense definitely has turned the game.
No question.
In the Temple direction. Mark Macon has been spectacular offensively, but Timmy Perry has matched him defensively. Here's Macon getting a bump there from Allen. Macon still fights to get it off. Missed everything practically, and the rebound comes to Penn State. Wes Jones. It's Tony Ward.
He really forced that one. That's really the first forced one he's taken in the last 4 games.
There's another block, but before the block, the personal foul is going to be called against the Owls. Timmy Perry did get a hand on it. He is not going to be called for the foul, but that guy right there, Ramon Rivas, is. As we look at it again, good penetration this time by Tony Ward.
That forced jumper, which he smashes it up against the glass, is so uncharacteristic of Macon. Watch it right here. How about that? Well, he takes it in beautifully inside. With that forced shot, he takes it the other way. But Macon took, not Ward, but Macon took it. So uncharacteristic of the way he played, isn't it?
Well, you know, I think what happened there, he felt the challenge from Allen defensively, and I think he was just intent on getting off a shot, albeit a bad one. Tony Ward there on the night with 3:18 left. His team trailing by 16. Ward makes, and it's now 52-37. Temple's lead at 15. Howard Evans now. The hand checking there by Tony Ward, and Evans finds Mark Macon open, and Macon just content to hold on to it. Mark Macon goes down, gets off another shot. Hovas with the rebound. Hovas leads the 3-on-2, and the ball is stripped away from Fogel. I don't know if anybody got a hand on it or he just lost control, but it's still a turnover against Penn State.
If they had to get a hand on that ball, they had to get a hand out quickly. That ball was flying all over the place, from the floor to the backboard.
Well, it gets inside to Frieswick, and foul is going to be called, and Mike caught something in his left eye as he is now being looked at.
Well, mark this moment. You don't see Frieswick getting the ball much in the paint. He gets the ball in the paint area.
That was a set play, too.
Yeah.
They screened for him.
Very unusual to see Frieswick get the ball where he could do anything with it in the paint. And he not only got it in the paint area where he could handle a play, he got banged in the eye.
Frieswick makes the first of 2 going in tonight with 78% in the free throw department. Marsville and Bucks County, and he missed there.
36% from three-point line, too, Frieswick.
10 points in the night for Mike. Here's Hovas over Macon. This will be for 2. And Frieswick kept it alive, got the rebound, and drew the foul. As coming in was Brian Allen. But Brian Allen, now talking it over with Howard Evans, is certainly aggressive off the bench for Penn State. He's been bumping and shoving every chance he gets.
Yeah,
Picked up only his first foul.
Frieswick was not very appreciative of that bump and shove.
So Mike goes to the line. He'll shoot 1 and 1 here. 2:29 left. Temple icing it up here, leading 53-37.
Frieswick's worked hard for those 10 points tonight. He averages 16 a game, so he's under his average tonight.
And John will go to his bench as Derek Brantley comes in, just the second substitution for Temple tonight. The other one, Dwayne Coswell, for Ramon Rivas. And this time Brantley comes in to replace number 44, Ramon Rivas.
Frankly, if I remember correctly, did not play against LaSalle. It's good to see him get a little playing time as this game runs down.
This is Wes Jones, got another block by Timmy Purry.
Number 6.
And a jump ball is going to be called as Mike Frieswick slams the ball down. He was looking for the steal. Let's take a look at Timmy Purry's 6th block of the night.
Watch this one. He really gets up for this one, too. And he moves along the floor with the guy beautifully. And now he times. Oh, what a great block. Just timed it perfectly.
Jones didn't have a chance. He drew Frieswick off his feet. Purry held his ground, and then Timmy slammed it away. The Owls on possession take over after that jump ball call.
Jerome Dowdell is in the game for Frieswick, and he has the ball.
Here is Macon trapped, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called against number 22, Tony Ward. So Mark Macon gets a trip to the line to shoot 1 and 1. And there's Tony Ward with the personal foul.
Penn State came into this game 6 and 7 overall, 2 and 3 in the Atlantic 10. So they're going to go 6-8 and 2-4, and Temple's going to go 13-0 overall and 7-0 in the league.
Macon now with 18 points, and he is 1 away from his average of 19-4.
Penn State was 5 and 1 here at home. They're going to go 5 and 2. They're usually tough to beat, tough to handle here.
And Macon makes them both, and he'll sit out the final 2:06. Coming in for Temple, Sean Randolph, who was Macon's teammate back at Buena Vista High in Saginaw. Also checking in for Timmy Purry from Roman Catholic High School in Philadelphia. Sophomore Ernest Pollard. So John Chaney goes to his bench for the final 2 minutes. This is Allen trying to get it in. Hovas for 3. 57-40. Under 2 minutes to play. Pollard gives it off to Howard Evans, and they clear it out. Let Howie bring it up. Work it against Tony Ward. In the corner, Randolph gives it back. Howard Evans. A minute and a half to play. The Owls will have won their 13th game at the start of the season, which matches the best start by any Temple team going back to 1955-56. And that team went to the Final Four of the NCAA tournament. And right now, this team doesn't look like it's going to stop till it gets there as well. We have some substitutions now for Penn State. Checking in, number 42 is big James Barnes, a 6'7" freshman out of Capitol Heights, Maryland.
He would normally see a lot of playing time as his 7th or 8th guy, but he's been injured.
And also at guard, Mike Musolino's back in there, and he's guarding Howard Evans right now. Just over a minute to play. Temple leads it by 17, 57-40. 3 seconds left on the clock. John Chaney is hollering for him to shoot it, and Hovas comes away with the steal and the break. He doesn't get it down, and a foul is called, offensive foul. A moving screen is called against Mike Musolino. Bruce Markhill doesn't like that at all, but Musolino is just screening Jerome Dowdell. We'll try to pick it up here on the replay. Here's the steal by Hovas.
Hovas makes a mistake here, too. He's got to give the ball up right here, and he doesn't do it. And there's the move on the screen, and the whole play goes south. Whole play goes south for Penn State.
Musolino reaching in there and a foul, Jerome Dowdell. And Dowdell will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. A minute 5 left.
Hovas has to give that ball up a lot sooner on that play, or they get it easy too. And Parkhill's a little upset about it.
Here's Darren Pearsall checking in for the Owls. Darren out of Chester High School, 6'7" junior forward. So the Owls go with 5 reserves. Dowdell at the line here for 1 and 1. Makes the first. They got Pearsall out there along with Ernest Pollard, Sean Randolph, and Derek Grantham. A minute 5 left. It's 58-40 Temple.
I shouldn't say this. Dowdell hasn't missed a foul shot yet this year. There you are. He's
Way to go.
There you are.
Way to go. You didn't jinx him, huh? Here's Musolino in the final minute of play. Tapped away by Darren Pearsall. Penn State ball. John Chaney, we ought to get a shot at John Chaney. He's got a 19-point lead with a minute to go, and he's acting like it's a tie ball game
in the Final Four.
He never lets up.
Well, this is some combination out here for Temple right now.
Musolino reached in and got it off. They keep it alive. Allen has it stripped away, but a foul is going to be called. Dowdell, I believe, reaching in. Number 22, Jerome Dowdell, got the hand on Allen.
You got Dowdell, Brantley, Pearsall. Good combination in there right now. Perry is going to join John Chaney on the postgame interview. Harry will talk to them both. And Perry, as we just said, with 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 blocks.
And to the line is Brian Allen for a 1-and-1 opportunity, and he makes the first. Brian Allen for the line is just shooting 59%, 13 for 22. And makes the first there. Brian with only 1 point, now 2 in the ball game. 46 seconds left. It's 59-42. The Owls by 17. This game was a 3-point game right at the start of the second half. Penn State got back into it. And then the Owls went on a 14-2 run to put it away.
Nice ball handling by Pearsall, getting that ball over the midcourt line.
Turnaround jump by Brantley, and the rebound is cleared away.
James Barnes.
Penn State's James Barnes.
Oh, wait a minute. What was that call? Well, that could easily be a charge as Dowdell hits the deck.
Bruce Blake and Dowdell collide, and the foul is called against Jerome Dowdell of Temple with 21 seconds remaining.
Probably called correctly. I don't think Dowdell had his feet planted.
And going to the line for Penn State is Bruce Blake.
The Temple cracks this one open with some very good defense, which forces Penn State into almost 5 consecutive turnovers early in the second half.
That's what did it. And then the intimidating force inside by Timmy Curry.
Let's see if Dowdell's planted there. No, I guess they called it right.
How about that forearm?
Yeah, the forearm is out there. It was a tough call.
Mike Tyson will take that punch next Friday. 59-44, 15-point lead by Temple, 20 seconds left. And Dowdell's trapped in the backcourt. Brantley and Pearsall thought about for 3 and decides to hold up. Brantley down low takes the 1 step too many, walking the call. I think he took 1 step and planted, but it was such a giant step that it looked like an obvious walk. And John Chaney saying just a drop step. That's all it was. 1 in the final 5 seconds. Blake will put it up. And there's the horn. It's all over here at Rec Hall on the campus of Penn State University. Our final score tonight, the Temple Owls win their 13th straight. The 3rd-ranked Owls pouring it on in the second half to win it 59-44. The best start for a Temple team in more than 30 years. Back in a moment with a wrap-up with John Chaney.
Michael? Mr. Jackson?
Looking for me?
Introducing a high-performance luxury sports coupe made the Mazda way.
If you like the idea of going places in a hurry, check out Mazda's all-new MX-6 GT. A turbocharged, intercooled 12-valve road machine that'll outrun the top-of-the-line Honda Prelude and still run you a cool $2 grand less. Believe me, you don't have to drive it this hard to love it. You just have to drive it.
This is the Mazda way.
Okay, Jim, can you talk to me? Welcome back to Rec Hall here at Penn State University. We're with winning coach John Chaney. John, I don't know if you know it or not, but those 13 straight wins at the start of the season, that's the best for a Temple team going back over 30 years, back to the Rogers-Lears days. You've got to be proud of that.
Well, I'm pretty proud of them. They've done a lot of things on the road that's been real good. Tonight I thought we came out and quick shot the ball a little bit too much. And then we started to get it into Timmy. I think that helped us out quite a lot because he's quite an All-American player, and we're trying to get it in there to him, and this was the night we could do it.
He didn't only get it offensively, but also defensively. Timmy, we had for about 6 block shots, Tim. You were really a force there defensively.
Well, basically, I just wait till the people come in, the guys from Penn State, to drive, so I just help my teammates out.
And what about offensively? Was the game plan to get it down low to you because of the mismatch that you had, the height advantage?
Basically, it was. But since they kept doubling back on me all the way back in, I just threw it back out to the guards.
All right, John, does the pressure mount now because you're 13-0? You're undefeated. You're only 2 undefeated teams in the country right now, you and BYU. Do you feel pressure? Does the team feel pressure because of that?
I think there's pressure. There's pressure at any end of any extreme, and we feel pressure, certainly. It's just a new situation for us, and we just have to work it out somehow. Somebody's going to knock us off. We know that. But I think that we'll just dig in and just get right in the mud and just fight a little harder. That's all.
I'll tell you find the places to play, don't you? Up at Olean the other day, you came away with scars practically, right? They hit you with quarters and everything at Olean, New York. Tonight you come in here, about 8,000 people. They jammed the place, and yet your team played, as it always does, under control.
Well, I think we're getting a lot of experience. Penn State is a class place, and the students here are real class. And the people here just did a great job of trying to cheer their team on. But I know they want to wish us well also.
Jimmy, how tough is it going on the road with an undefeated team? Everybody, has you right there in the bullseye. How do you guys manage to maintain your composure as well as you do?
Well, since we're number 3 in the country, in the polls, it's very hard because every team come after you like they want to beat you, and everybody want to kill you. So we just take it one game at a time.
All right, and next up for you is a game at home this coming week, another Atlantic 10 Conference foe, and that's Massachusetts. Then you head out there with Tark the Shark. Well, that should be some meeting, you and the Tark, huh?
Yeah. But Tark is a good friend of mine, and Jim Maloney's been out there and taught him everything he knows, so I'm going to ask Jimmy to teach me some of those things, or else I'm going to fire him.
All right, now how are you going to keep these guys down away from the strip out there? You going to give them some free time, Coach?
No, our guys, they're well aware of what's happening, and I don't have to watch them every minute. They sort of like police themselves. I've never had any trouble at all out of my guys, and they know when it's time to go out and play hard, and they prepare themselves quite well. Jimmy just did a tremendous job. Only thing about it is up at Olean, he was picking up the quarters. I didn't get him.
Hey, he needs that spending money. John, congratulations to you. Great win. Timmy Perry, great job for you both ends of the court. All right, we'll be back for a final word here at Rick Hall as the Owls have won over Penn State University 59-44. Bill Campbell and I will be back here at Penn State in just a moment.
Welcome, folks, to the Showboat Bowling Center. It's simply spectacular. You'll love the difference. Automatic scoring, the newest in equipment, new synthetic lanes. Come and join us at the Family Fun Center at Showboat.
You'll love the at the Showboat.
I hear you work for Bell of Pennsylvania.
I sure do.
Can I ask you a really silly question about my phone service?
Oh, don't worry about it. What is it?
What is...
When you're a service representative for Bell of Pennsylvania, you might find you're on call in and sometimes out of the office.
I do too. I never get a phone call.
It's all a part of signature service from Bell of Pennsylvania.
Let me take a look at your bill on Monday.
Hi, Ann. I had a chance to look into your bill, and I think we can save you some money.
Signature service from Bell of Pennsylvania.
The Hershey Philadelphia Hotel extends a warm welcome to all the athletes in the Atlantic 10 Conference in the heart of Center City. The Hershey Philadelphia Hotel is the name you've come to know and trust, whether you're an athlete or a fan. It is the Hershey Philadelphia Hotel. Final score tonight here at Rec Hall on the campus of Penn State University. There it is. The Owls winning their 13th straight, 59-44. And Temple really put it away, Bill, after a slow start again in the second half. Temple really was scoreless, I think, in the second half for about the first 2.5 minutes. Penn State got back into the ball game. It was a 9-point advantage for the Owls at the halftime. Penn State got it down to 3, and then turnovers started to multiply.
It was like 2 different ball games. We had a jump shooting contest the first half. We had a perimeter jump shooting contest the first half, and just shows you what defense means in this game. You play hard, play tough D, make him turn it over. Everybody handled the ball so well the first half. I think we had 2 turnovers for both teams in the first half, 1 apiece. And then Temple, I think, took it to him defensively, forced them to become careless with the ball, forced them to turn it over, and the whole game turned. They broke it open as Penn State went scoreless for about 5 minutes, and that turned the whole game around.
You know, it was interesting. John Chaney said there in his post-game remarks that the game plan was to pretty much look inside for Timmy Perry. And yet, as you said, it was a perimeter shooting game in that first half. Credit, I guess, the defense of Penn State from denying the ball inside to Timmy Perry.
I think what Perry said to you was very indicative. That was not the original intent of the game plan, but it eventually became that when he was wearing down everybody and that size advantage became so obvious.
And then how about the job that Timmy Perry did in that second half when he got about 6 block shots. A couple times there, one owl would leave his feet, Perry would stand back and then would reject it. It was just a masterful job of defense by Timmy Perry.
The great thing about the way Perry is playing, not only is he posting good spectacular numbers and blocking shots, Harry, but he's doing it consistently. I think being consistent is the greatest thing that an athlete can do, to go out and do it, as you talked about, playing on the road. Do it at Olean, New York, do it at Penn State, do it at home, and now try to do it in Nevada, Las Vegas. Consistency is the name of great athletics, and he's doing it at home and away and every place. And I don't know, he's got a shot to go awfully high in the draft if he keeps playing this way.
Yeah, he sure does. We'll be back to talk more here at Rec Hall on the campus of Penn State University as the Temple Owls win their 13th straight, 59-44 over the Nittany Lions.
Introducing a family sedan made the Mazda way.
Toyota Camry, Honda Accord, and Mazda 626 are all great family sedans, but the 626 is really something special. For starters, it has a better warranty, much better. 12% more interior room than Camry and Accord. Plus, it's close to $1,000 less. And if all that's not special enough for you, just wait till you drive this world-class road car.
This is the Mazda way.
Why yearbook? I already have an ad in the yellow pages. Okay, I'll think about it.
I'm in the Bell of PA book. Do I really need an ad in another one?
Can you get that, Joyce? Okay, let's figure this out.
Are people really going to use 2 books for things? That's stupid. They'll only use one. That's the whole point. I only need to be in the one people use.
Bill, I need the phone book.
The Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, the one that works.
I got to tell you about Ricky Reed. Tell me
Go
about
ahead.
Ricky Reed. Tell me all about Ricky Reed, Harry.
Ricky Reed, a former Temple Owl great who had the assist record for the Temple Owls in his 4 years at Temple. Where does Howard Evans fill in now? He had needed, what, 8 to tie
He
it?
winds up with 4, and he needs 4 to tie Ricky Reed, one of your heroes. I know you're old enough to remember him. Making at 19, Perry 13, and Perry, of course, had a big ball game with 8 rebounds and 7 blocks, and making 19 points with 9 rebounds.
Yeah, how about 9 rebounds for Mark Macon, right?
Well, I think a lot of that came in the first half. When you take those long 3-pointers, you're going to get some long rebounds. And the guard, even Evans, I think, had a few.
Yeah, and he was back there when they needed him. And there, of course, Perry's 13 points, and for Timmy, 8 rebounds, 7 block shots. We cheated him out of 1 block shot. We only had him for 6 there when I was talking to him. He had 7 block shots. Of course, Perry last year, one of the top shot blockers in the U.S.
How about Hovas? Only 12 tonight.
Hovas with 12 points, and really was stuck on 5, I believe, after the first half, and really didn't get it going there until this game was basically out of control, and Temple had mounted basically a lead that Penn State could not recover. Ward led the way with 13 points for the Nittany Lions. We'll be back with the final word from Rec Hall here on the campus of Penn State University. Final score again, Temple winning 59-44. Back with a closing message in a moment.
Michael? Mr. Jackson?
Looking for me?
Introducing a high-performance luxury sports coupe made the Mazda way.
If you like the idea of going places in a hurry, check out Mazda's all-new MX-6 GT. A turbocharged, intercooled 12-valve road machine that'll outrun the top-of-the-line Honda Prelude and still run you a cool $2 grand less. Believe me, you don't have to drive it this hard to love it. You just have to drive it.
This is the Mazda way.
This has been a presentation of Creative Sports Marketing. The executive producer has been Mike Wells. The producer of tonight's game has been Jim Tringus. The director has been Gary Clem. And the associate producer, Jill Turk. And while we show you the names and credits of other folks who have made this broadcast possible, we want to thank all of them for a job Well done. In addition, we'd like to thank the Director of Athletics here at Penn State University, Jim Tarman, Head Coach Bruce Parkhill, his staff, and Sports Information Director Pete Kowalski. We'd also like to thank the Director of Athletics at Temple University, Charlie Theokas, Head Coach John Chaney, his staff, and Sports Information Director Al Schreier. Technical facilities provided by Fax West. Transmission facilities provided by UpSouth Corporation of Atlanta, Georgia. Coming up February 16th, Temple against Penn State again from McGonigal Hall. Until then, Harry Donahue for Bill Campbell saying good night from University Park.